So this has been an insanely busy Saturday. Um, let's start with the top of the day. Got up, then decided that it was time to clean the house. So that's basically what I did. And between that and getting meals ready for us to eat, because remember, Saturdays there's no Meals on Wheels. So he had a Hungry Man, boneless chicken. He doesn't eat the corn, so I ate his corn. Mashed potatoes, and two or three pieces of the big boneless chicken. And he didn't care for that one, so I'm going to make note on that and get him another different type of Hungry Man next time I go shopping. But greeted our mail girl, gave her a little treat bag, then decided, okay, time to get ready and get going. So we did, and I messaged Deb, hey, I'm going to have your books ready here in a minute. Ran an errand before I went and seen her, and then dropped off the books. We chatted for a good bit, and then gave her the books and told her it's going to be extremely heavy, and it was. It was extremely heavy. I like getting her a little surprise every once in a while. So in this bag of books, um, somehow or other, Reminisce had sent me a great big book, and I said that's why that's bag so heavy. So she got a great big book with all of her magazines, and whatever she doesn't want to read or doesn't need or whatever will go into the community room, where I hope other people get a joy out of or a kick out of whatever they find. And then we went to J.C. Penney's because Grandpa wanted to go there and check out the bargains. He got a couple pairs of jeans in high hopes that they would work. They didn't, but we'll get to that later. So then, after J.C. Penney's, we went to Aldi's, and his hand started bleeding. It was awful. So I asked the manager, and she went. And, she was nice. She went and got a Band-Aid, and then Grandpa said, "Go get me a couple boxes of Kleenexes." So I did. He opened up one, and he started wiping off his hand. He's like, "Whatever. I'm going to pay for these anyway. No big deal." Got me a couple bags. Got a 24 case of water, and then also got two 12 packs of my flavored water because I love it. By the way, milk is $1.07. For all of those who wanted to know what the price of milk is at Aldi's, that's a really good price. And this is as of Friday, or not Friday. Why do I keep saying it's Friday? Saturday, the 10th. So you guys know. And then Grandpa and I had seen the gas prices going out, and we were kind of taken back that it was $2.87 before the card at Walmart. So we went ahead and got some. I had put 20 on there, and there was $6 remaining. Grandpa said, "Here's 10. Go in there and get a little bit more money on the gas card." Of course, they had called the house before we left this morning to remind me not to be late for my COVID shot, which was nice. I was already upset about that, but I don't like needles. I have a fear of needles, but I was grateful to be reminded. And they had sent me a text, too, to be there at time at 5:20. So, anyway, we'll continue on now. Where were we at? So I went and got gas. It was $2.84 with the Walmart gas card. So for those who need gas, you might want to go gas up at Walmart while it's still in that price range. That's a pretty good price dip for car gas right now. And then we went to, where was the other place? I can't even think. It's been one of those days. Um, Dollar General. That's where we went next. So we went to Dollar General. Grandpa's in search of the Drano, right? Well, they didn't have it. The girl said, write down your information, and if I find it, I'll call you. Well, she never called me, so I take it that they didn't have it. So we got some other things there, donuts, and I found this butterfly steak, and it really got in my crawl about the stuff that we had put on Grandma's grave before. And here's all these people, with shepherd's hooks and stuff like that. So that's why I made a couple of Facebook Live videos to prove my point. Because, people were like, well, you had to have everything pulled up, or they had to be behind the grave. Some of those were set intentionally in front of the grave, and they had been that way forever and a decade. Why they had not been moved or taken away like Grandma's heart was, I will never understand. And I am so irate at that it's just beyond words. Anyway, we had found some of this stuff around the grave moved, and so I had to put everything back. And I put the new butterfly stake behind the grave for a point, because they said, remember, if you put it behind the grave, they won't touch it. So I decided I was going to put her solar angel back, and I did. I felt good about that. We decided that the heart that was on not the heart, but the star that was Americana, that was on great grandma's and uh, great grandpa, I can't think of his name. Anyway, we decided that star was going to go on great Uncle Otis's grave, because he served in World War II with Grandpa, and I'm glad we did that, because he never has any new flowers, and that's a shame. So, and I had flowers to take out there too, but I forgot. Blonde moment, if you will. So after we did that, I said, well, I'm going to be early, but I want to get out to Walmart. Something tells me I need to get out there. It was a good thing that I went out there when I did. Nobody else had shown up. 2 people from Naperville had signed up for shots, and they didn't bother to show up. And they were like, oh, we're so happy to see you, which I felt welcomed, and I felt like, okay, this is a good sign. So I had some more paperwork to fill out after I had filled out the online stuff, and I sat down. And they asked every question under the sun, and I filled it out. And then they came and got me. And the pharmacist was very friendly, very personable. We made small talk. He noticed that I had a fear of needles, and I looked the other direction. He goes, you don't even want me to know when it happens, right? I said, yeah. And so it had a 5% of sulfa in the Johnson & Johnson's shot. So instead of waiting 15 minutes, I had to wait 30 to make sure that I would not have a reaction afterwards. So they have a little waiting area outside the health immunization room. So I sat out there, and I patiently was on my phone, doing that. Took a picture like everybody's been doing of the Band-Aid, which, yes, I still have the Band-Aid on. And then after that, we came home because Grandpa wanted to try his jeans on. He was really excited about that. Unfortunately, they didn't fit, but you can't take them back, so he's going to go tomorrow. We measured his waist. It is now a 48-inch waist. He used to wear 42-30, so I thought, why aren't we buying 42-30s to begin with? He had it in mind that we had to have 30s, and I'm like, no. So I hope tomorrow that they have his pant size, and the ones that he bought, which are the wrong size, will be donated to that country closet. So that's the way that cookie crumbles. Anyway, going forth. Wednesday, I've decided, besides yard work, which I hope this rain is over by that time, I've got to redo my room in here, and to me, it should be time to put the long sleeves away and get the short sleeves out. I don't know how many of you got your closet already arranged, but I don't. And anyway, it's raining out there right now, and the wind is blowing, so tomorrow, instead of short sleeve, yep, I'm going to be wearing long sleeve, just saying. So there is that, and we decided that we have to go back to JCPenney's tomorrow because it is a 50% off, so that's pretty good discount. That's 50 on some things, and once you walk in there, it's like they try to draw you in with the 50%, so you really have to be careful what you buy, but look around and price things before you buy. That's a definite. Well, other than that, I'm excited for tomorrow, going to the Candy Kitchen. Hopefully this arm won't hurt me too much. I had told the pharmacist that my mom told me to do the chicken dance, so I was, flapping my wings, so to speak, after he got done, and even rotating my arm out there in the waiting area. But I don't know if it helped or not, but here's some good news. While Grandpa had on Bill, which he didn't watch much of Bill on the Huckabee show because he doesn't like too much of that Huckabee fellow voicing his opinion so much, and he thought that Bill would be singing and not being an announcer, so he turned the channel on that. But anyway, I went outdoors and I planted the morning glory seeds. I couldn't find a digger, so I just used an old-fashioned shovel, and I had read in one of those magazines that I shared with you to plant them with coffee grounds. So I had saved the coffee grounds from yesterday when Grandpa had coffee, and I went outside and used my morning glory seeds, and I put them right in there with the coffee grounds, and it looks like I got them right in time in the ground because it's raining out there, so maybe that'll help. And then I did so much laundry. I've got another load going right now that I feel like Cinderella. One of these days, my Prince Charming's going to take me away, right? There's a good one. I wish he would, but it is what it is. Anyway, I have got to get the rest of this housework done. I don't have a magazine to share with you, although one came in the mail today, Food Network. So probably when I go back to work on Monday, I will have that all pinned up and ready to share with you. Grandpa has not got his stimulus check yet. We don't know if he ever will. I did have to refile his taxes, which he's never filed in quite some time, to prove that, yes, he's still living, A, and B, he deserves that check. So hopefully, C, after he signs it, because Mackenzie had to print it all out for me and bringing it up here tomorrow, because I have no room on my desk for a printer. So hopefully after she had that all printed out and we send it in, that he'll hear back and say, get a check. I'm hoping that he'll write a letter along with sending that in saying, hey, where's my check? So hopefully he gets that $1,400 like everybody else got. It's just wrong that they overlooked a World War II veteran. It's disrespectful. With that being said, yes, I'm drinking my flavored water. I will probably sing you one song. I have dishes and I have another load of laundry in there to do tonight. Thank God trash is already done, and some of the hard stuff. I've already put the front room back together. I washed all the furniture throws that just like Grandma would put on there, and they're all good to go tomorrow for visitors. I hope we have visitors. I hope we have Cousin Penny. I hope we have Mom and Kenzie, but we'll have to wait and see who shows up. God bless y'all. Sit there, stay tuned. I might sing you a tune next.